come in.
A fucking retard becomes like, who mentions something just depressing for the sake of mentioning it? No, you might be aware of horrible information. Maybe you saw a beheading video yesterday. Boo hoo hoo. You don't mention that at a fucking dinner table, dude. Like, who the fuck does that? Are you talking about random shit?
I saw ISIS. Damn. ISIS. I remember that one time when ISIS murdered.
Yeah, it's like, keep some shit to yourself. There was no point to that at all.
Michael is sitting in a mall, all alone by himself. What do? A, do you fuck him, right? Because that's the most reasonable thing to do. Or B, do you ruffle his hair like a little boy he is? Dude, he's 6'1". That's insane.
He's so tall, dude. Like, what the
I know, he's so fucking
How did you get so tall, Michael?
There's no
How'd you get so tall? Michael, tell us about the story of how you got so tall.
When I was born out of my mom's vagina, I killed her because I was so tall, and she broke her ribs while doing so. It was a horrible experience for her. My dad was traumatized, but I came out and I'm very tall. I'm very big. It's I don't know.
Very tall.
Very tall.
Okay, so imagine this, right? Imagine your baby came out retarded, right?
Yes.
Like would you try to kill the baby by like drowning your baby in your baby juice? You know what I'm talking about? When you come out, it's like little baby juice. If you were like to abort it right then and there.
You mean like mother?
Okay, here's your choices. You don't have any fucking say. Your choices are to choke it with the umbilical cord, drown it in the pussy, drown it in the baby juice, or have the doctor stab it.
Imagine being a fucking mom.
What the fuck is the baby juice?
Okay, when you come out, right? There's baby juice. I don't know if you ever seen birth.
It's
there's
like
baby
the
juices that come
like
out.
the placenta or whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah, like
it's
placenta,
squirt,
like,
but it's not
there's
squirt.
juices.
Dude, imagine being the fucking mom, right? And the dad is the only guy there. Pushes the baby back in with this fucking stuff. The mom doesn't know. The dad is trying to drown the baby and just pushing it back into the vagina. And the mom is just staring at it like, what the fuck? He's just forcing it in, dude.
Wait, if you can breathe underwater, right? As a baby, you can breathe underwater as like an infant. Do you think we can extract all the baby juices and like we could sit under?
It's not water.
It
It has H2O inside of the.
No. But like I'm saying, the baby juice is inside, right? You think you can gather enough baby juice to like sit in a tub worth of baby juice to submerge yourself in and just breathe in and out? Do you think that's possible? Because there's liquid out there that's like that, but there's
That you
just
can
baby
breathe
juice.
in?
Yeah.
Are you
Because there's
saying
liquid
me
out
as
there
an
you can breathe
adult
in. But I
male?
think.
I could breathe in
but
this
I
shit?
think you can, right?
Wait,
You can.
theoretically,
I don't
Kevin's
know
right
what the
here.
fuck you're talking about.
No, you can't. A baby doesn't drown underneath the fucking pussy. So I think if you gather enough pussy juice and just sit in a tub worth, right? I think you might not drown in it.
Isn't it an interesting theory? I think someone should try this out.
I feel like I don't know who has the patience to just like go to every single birth happening that day and just like.
We should make
Run around
a-
the hospital all day.
Yeah,
If you're rich enough, you can make anything happen, right? Rich people can probably do. We should make a Patreon goal for like, hey, $1 million, and we'll try to drown ourselves in baby juice.
try to drown ourselves in pussy juice.
It'll be an interesting experience. We can kickstart that, 100%.
Do we have glasses, dude? Let's cheers to that. Let's cheers to that, dude.
Dude.
How do we
Cheers to glasses.
that? All right. Cheers to pussy juice, dude. Cheers to pussy juice. Okay, if in the later future, right? If in the later future people were able to clone shit, would you? If you were in the later future, you were able to clone shit, would you like clone your crush, right? And they were certain to like you and fuck it and marry it, would you do it?
Of course. That's like, would you buy the best fucking fleshlight in the world? Yeah, everyone would do that. 100%. Is having...
No, but like, okay.
Dude, no, shut the fuck up.
It would be mentally scarring. What if someone that did that to you, right? What if someone did that to you?
Oh, it's an actual
You know
clone.
what I'm saying? Like, someone,
no, it has the thoughts.
Yeah, you saw you walking around, same blood, same shit, you're donating shit, and it's just like, yeah, I'm fucking you now. But you can't do anything about it because it's not your consent.
That's great,
It's his.
though. I wouldn't do
It's
that.
not
That's
you, but I'm
different.
still fucking you.
It's not you, but it's him. It's his consent, but
I
it's not
thought you
you.
cloned
I'm
the
fucking
visual
you.
shit, dude. Oh, okay. I don't know.
Imagine some like rape strategy, right? Not rape, no rape. Imagine some
Nice
some fucked up
algorithm.
strategy, right? It's like,
What are your
I'm gonna pay
thoughts?
X amount of money to clone this person and fuck him and make love to him and marry them just to get back at this one person. You know how fucked up that would be?
Do you want me to recommend you some porn? Like, where's this coming from, Kevin? I don't understand.
I don't know. I saw some crazy porn. Like there's some like, dude, you know how crazy porn is nowadays?
Dude,
like, with the titles.
I was gonna
feel
talk
like
about
There's
this,
no
dude.
point in clickbaiting porn because porn is the clickbait though.
But it's true.
You ever seen
But like,
that?
dude, fucking, the first thing ever happened to me in porn.
Omniscient,
What
dude.
the fuck? No, okay. This is the rare one for me. I was gonna ask if this has happened to you too, or either of you. Recently, I'm into some shit, right? I'm into some porn, as anyone is. I have fetishes. One fetish being public porn.
Ew.
I think public porn is nice, dude.
Why?
It's just like the adrenaline, dude, right? It's just like, ooh, is she gonna get caught,
You're
dude?
gross.
Okay.
Dude, you might get
That's
caught,
gross.
dude.
That's gross. Yes, gross.
Well,
CX gang.
Keep it
you're
in
gross.
keep it in your own house, man.
Yeah.
Come on.
okay, but
fuck?
I'm just saying that's a fetish. I like to look at it. But for the first time in the world, in my life, right? This is the first time.
First time in the
No,
world.
okay.
Yeah.
I've been so bad at this. Okay, here's it.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, guys, I like porn.
Yes.
I like public porn. I like
Stop
to
it.
masturbate. Hold on. Okay, so
No.
okay, dude, it's not even that interesting. Dude, I just wanted to make a point. For the first time in the world, I was gonna ask if this has ever happened to you. I got alpha mailed by the female. I was watching the porn of a public porn. I was watching a public porn where the woman was being so alpha and she was being so dairy. Where I was like, I'm into this, but this is kind of extreme, dude. And she was pushing.
Dairy?
Yeah, because like she was like, dude. She had no fear. No fear.
Oh, daring!
Yeah.
I thought you said daring.
That's what I said, but I didn't know what that meant. Okay, so she was so daring, and it kind of alpha me. It made me uncomfortable, right? I got pulled back a little bit. She was like, she just like alphaed me out of the porn. She made me uncomfortable, dude, physically. So she was in IKEA, and she had no clothes on, and she was masturbating in front of like people just caught her all the time. Like, dude, what the fuck, dude? This is kind of fucked up, dude.
Dude, I want to be the little spoon. Is that you like that?
What the fuck, dude? What the fuck?
Are you like no? Are you like that? Like I want to be the little spoon.
From
Are
where?
you like into
Where does
that?
it come from, dude? No, that's not related at all.
That's true, right? I want to be the
But
little
Mike
spoon.
wants to be the little spoon.
I was
want to
making
be
a
the
point,
little
dude. Shut the
spoon.
fuck
You
up.
want, do you okay? Your type is the big spoon or the little spoon?
Oh, he's so tall.
Have you ever been?
he's so tall,
Have
he
you
has
ever
to be the
been
big one.
alphaed by the female?
Dude,
that-
imagine Michael, 6'1", by the way, being the small spoon.
Kevin, you're so short, dude. What's
Okay, wait, hold on. Mike.
yeah?
Michael, you okay?
Michael,
Yeah.
What's the gayest thing you've ever done?
Dude, I'm actually so mad. Alright, so basically, my whole point of the story, which you haven't even answered, was a question.
okay.
Have you ever been alphaed by a female dude on a porn where you become uncomfortable because she's so
a
daring?
No.
That was it.
I don't know. I'm trying to think of how much. Dude, I watch a lot of porn. I can't remember. Let me see. I think there was one.
Yeah?
Hold
What
on.
happened?
I think there was one time where I was watching a girl. I just didn't like the way she was moving. Right? She looked kind of like an alien the way she bobbed. Right? She was like, "Oh yeah," and then she kind of like a ooh. You know? She's like, if I can describe emotion, it'd be that noise. Like ooh. I'd be like that. Ooh. I didn't like how she moved. Yeah, it scared me. So that was kind of like an alpha thing. She was like, ooh. She looked so
Wait,
weird. I don't know.
Did she make that sound, or was it the visual of her?
No, she didn't make the sound.
Okay,
It's the
but
movement.
What
of
does
the
that ooh mean? Like, what's the visual?
Okay,
Like,
okay,
she's
think
like,
about. Okay, think about. Okay, do the ooh sound right, and look at how you're moving.
like this. Ooh. You know that? Okay.
Yeah. It's kind of like the ooh.
Oh yeah. Guys.
Okay. Imagine if you're having. Okay, imagine this. Right?
Yeah.
Imagine back to your first time ever.
Yeah.
Right. Wow. Ooh, ah. If you haven't had your first time, guys, if you're a bunch of virgins, shout out to virgins, dude.
No, dude, they deserve no respect.
Okay, imagine this.
Yeah.
Right? Your first time, and then the first time you're ever with a girl, she goes, ooh. How would this
Does it sound like your voice or her voice?
Yeah, kinda.
She does hear a voice.
And like the movement, she's like, ooh. Every time she's getting there, right? She's like, you're like, ooh.
Kevin, let's say you meet the perfect
Yeah.
woman. Perfect lady, beautiful
No.
body, beautiful personality, everything fits,
Sure.
but she sounds
No.
exactly like you. Would you date her?
Ew, dude. Fuck. Dude, that'd be so annoying. Dude, imagine sitting in a room with yourself. That'd be annoying. Oh my
Okay.
god. Dude, that'd be so fucking annoying
Dude,
if I
wait,
sat in a
wait,
room
wait,
with
wait.
myself.
What if she
Hello?
sound like Absalom though?
Oh,
Ooh,
that'd be
dude,
kind of hot, dude.
That'd be kind of hot, dude. Just started playing
Come
saxophone.
in, dude. Come in.
in.
Oh, dude, I spoke to Absalom, right? I
that's
forgot about
right.
this.
In the stream.
Dude, I was crazy. Dude, out of nowhere, out of the blue. Dude, we talked so much shit about him. He came up and was like, dude, I heard everything. He's probably listening right now. Dude, I meant it. Anyways.
Wait, what? You said he heard everything? What do you mean?
No, you heard everything.
Oh
dude, I'm gonna get him on here. Absalom, this is a cry for help. Get over here. All right, but like he out of the blue because he didn't message Michael or he didn't message anyone. He just hopped on my stream.
Yeah.
Just randomly out of the blue.
He was off the radar completely.
So
he deleted his
weird.
YouTube. He deleted everything. He was gone.
I felt his deep voice through the fucking text message, dude. It was insane. Fuck. Absalom, if you're out there, shout out to you, dude.
Yo,
we need you on here.
podcast.
Come here for 2 seconds.
I love
We want to see what happened.
white people that sound like black people. I feel like,
Get on a throwaway account.
like-
I know you like deleting your
oh,
account.
dude, I feel like white black people are more likable than black people, right?
What the fuck are you saying?
Oh, no. What
are you talking about?
Okay. I know what you're saying. I know.
No,
what
actually,
you're
no. I take that back. I take it back. I feel like
What?
black white people are very dislikable. Do you agree? Like black white. So like they look white like me.
Huh?
Let's say I spoke like Absalom, right? Black
Yeah.
voice, white
Black.
person. Unlike, dislike, right?
Sure.
No. Hello?
Wait, is it Kevin? Is Dopie said
What are you
sure.
talking about?
Okay, like whatever, dude. Okay, do you guys have some topics for the podcast? I kind of.
Shut the fuck up. What are you talking about?
Okay, I'm okay. Let me
you
just
guys have
explain
a
this for your tiny little muscular brain, right? A black.
Okay, no, wait. Just because someone has a deep voice doesn't mean they're black.
It sounds black, like like, hey, it's
Oh,
beef,
wait,
beef.
Come on, give me
When-
okay,
no,
okay. Beef.
beef. Whenever you think of beef, whenever you think beef,
Like beef?
beef. Think it there, beef. It sounds black, right? Beef, black, beef. Do you get my point?
No.
Do you get the point I'm trying to make? Like, if you're a white,
I feel like that's racist, you son
no,
of a
I'm
bitch.
just okay. Whatever, dude. You go on. I feel
No.
like I'm
Okay,
just saying black people
imagine this.
flipping black, more than white people. That's it. It's not even-
Okay, think about your city, right? How shitty is your city?
pretty good. It's pretty good. It's not really bad.
Okay, your city, right? The capital, Dopey. What's the capital of your city? What the fuck? What's the capital of your America? What's the capital of Canada?
Ottawa?
What?
I thought it was
Ottawa?
Toronto.
The fuck is Ottawa?
No.
Okay, what's your town center? What's it like? Is it like shit?
No. That's
Damn,
not, that's not
okay.
shit.
Kevin,
So
you
I
live in
went
Texas.
to-
Is horrible.
Yeah, I was living in Texas,
Yeah.
right? Dallas.
You
by
live
the
in
way.
America, so.
Right, I was hopping over down in Dallas, dude, and I was like, "Fuck, this place is dog ass." Right? At first, I had to park. I never like walked by myself in Dallas. We always had to go to some event, but this time I had to do some business. Right? I was trying to go get my passport. When I went to go walk down and get my passport, I was like parking, paid $10. It's like fuck, that's a little shitty. But dude, the town center, the official fucking government office, right? It was littered by fucking hobos and homos, just like dirty everywhere. It was so fucking gross. You smelled like when I walked in, right? Not walked in, walked by. I didn't think this was like the government center because it smelled like pee, just straight up pee everywhere. It just smelled like it and musty. And it was like, is this even open? Because it looks so run down. There's just trash and graffiti everywhere.
Wait, that was the
in
government of
fucking
Dallas?
town center. Yeah, the government center, like
What the
actual
fuck?
government center. And I was like, what the fuck? There's so many hobos sleeping outside.
In a way, it's kind of nice though, because like homeless people get a
What?
place to stay or whatever.
Ew.
It's like okay, think about it.
Fuck 'em.
In like think about ideology, right? Dallas takes care of homeless people in a way. It feels like that.
No, just build a house.
What do you mean build a house, bro? You don't want to give a house.
Build
to
a
the
house. They're not
build a
homeless. Just build a house. They're not homeless.
Okay, interesting. Okay, what's
You're right. No, I'm right.
No. Okay.
Yeah, shut up. Anyways, but I walked in, right? And there's people coughing everywhere. You ever walk inside a building, people just cough? You know you're in the wrong place.
There are several vibes that people give off that make me feel like I'm in the wrong place. But like coughing is not one of them, dude. Like my dad coughs. What I'm gonna do? Run away from it? It's fine.
What the fuck are you talking
I'm
about?
saying
Shut up.
about coughing is
that's- Okay, imagine
the
this.
fuck?
Okay. You ever look at your mom in a weird way because she starts being sick? Your mom ever turned into a different person?
Yeah. She has different
Has she
bows
ever
and
beaten
stuff.
you, Michael?
No.
I think everybody
What?
has a different mood.
Yeah.
That's just your mom.
Sometimes.
You ever
she's
think about
sorry,
how your
sometimes
mom
she's
is supposed to be human too? I feel like that's so weird.
What's the question? What do you mean? She's trying to be
No,
human.
but like no. Okay. You ever view your mom right as like not human?
No.
No.
Really?
Well, when you're
Never.
a kid, you're like, oh, it's my
Yeah, when
mom.
you're a
No,
kid, that's
Yeah,
what I'm
when you're a
saying.
kid,
You never view them like they have personality. You always view them like they have to do this for you, do this.
just like a
do that
teacher.
for
When
you.
you're a kid, you don't think of them as
Yeah.
people that have like families and shit. You know.
Yeah, you just view them like kind of like objects. It's kind of
It's such a
fucking
wake
weird,
up
right?
call for me, dude. So basically, we had a teacher, and one day her husband died, and she was really fucking sad, right? And we're like, what the fuck, dude? She's human, because no one liked her previously. And afterwards, she had a speech and like, yeah, I'm gonna be away for a bit. And we go, oh, she's human. It was very bizarre scenario. And we're like, what the fuck, dude? That's so crazy. You know what I mean? And whenever people start to talk shit,
You know what
after
like
that,
humanizes it, like a teacher or somebody? When you see them out in public.
100%, dude. You see them walking around buying groceries or something. Like, oh, dude.
Yeah, buying groceries. It just humanizes them.
Groceries
so
too.
weird.
But the point that I was trying to do a segue, dude. The point that me mentioning that is that, dude. Okay, I was in Greece recently, and we had a big people meeting, right? And we were meeting people, and we were hanging out, right? And we ate food. I don't like it when let's say like okay, listen, I'm very bad at okay. Let's say you're eating with your family, you're chilling, you're having a good time, right? And there's some friends there, family and some friends. I mean, you're eating, group of 8, I don't know how many, and someone just mentioned randomly, like, yeah, did you hear the news that happened like a week or 2 ago? And we go, no, what was the news? And she goes, yeah, this is horrible. Yeah, this grandfather was holding his grandson, and it was on a boat, and he held his grandson above the boat, and he dropped his grandson by accident, and he fell into the water and died. And that was the whole story. And we were sitting around eating and just talking about whatever. And randomly, she just mentions this horrible tragedy. And I think to myself, like, okay. I was like, okay. Okay, I was like, okay, and like, what else? What is there? It's like, no, that's it. It was horrible. It was horrible. It was devastating. I go,
wait, was it even related to
nothing was related to this, right? And we go, oh, it was like, oh, that's horrible. That's so sad. And then everyone just kind of stops talking. Obviously, people just get kind of like upset. And it's like, yeah,
that's just like sitting at a family table, right? Like discussing like mass shootings or something is like a massive event. But just like describing, yeah, dude, there's someone who entered someone's house and fucking stabbed him to death, and turned out to be his own son by accident.
Everyone's just kind of just like, what the fuck are you talking about?
But it's not only that, but people didn't seem like taken by it or whatever. They were just like, yeah, and then we went to this rabbit hole. We were just talking about horrible things that happened in life. And I go, what type of fucking retard becomes like, who mentions something just depressing for the sake of mentioning it? No, you might be aware of horrible information. Maybe you saw a beheading video yesterday. Boo hoo hoo. You don't mention that at a fucking dinner table, dude. Like, who the fuck does that? Are you talking about random shit?
I saw ISIS. Damn. ISIS. I remember that one time when ISIS murdered.
Yeah, it's like, keep some shit to yourself. There was no point to that at all. I was so angry. I was there. I wanted to say something, right? Because she's like kind of like old, right? She's like 50 years old, dude. And I'm like, dude, I want to call her out, but she's like a family friend. I can't do that in front of her, dude. Right? So I was like being nice about it, but oh my god, dude. I'm just saying, like, if you're one of these people, please do us a favor. Go offline. Like even though you see horrible things, because I know it's natural. Just like talking like, yeah, Elon Musk is building a tunnel under the ground to save Africans. It's like, okay. I mean, yeah, that's a current event. You talk about it. Talk about Trump or whatever. I get that. But like, you don't mention random depressing shit with no point to it, with no substance. It's so stupid. I got so mad. It just made no sense.
It could be a topic like when you're not having fun, right? So when like, okay, I can see it in one perspective. When like, okay, no. Okay, check this out. When you're sitting alone, right? No one's saying anything. No one's bringing up any conversation. You guys are like, dude, someone's fucking dog died. And it's like, damn, me too. Something like bringing up that brings up another conversation piece. But it's about there's what time and place is gonna be.
100%, dude. It's like,
so like if you're sitting there, right? Like okay, Michael, let's say this, right? Yeah. You're sitting in a party alone, right? And everyone's having too much fun. You gotta be the person to bring it down.
I gotta kill the middle a little bit, yeah?
Dude, someone threw a baby off the roof, and I was like, damn. Why? I don't know. It happened really early.
It's the dumbest thing, dude. People just don't realize it. It's like fucking. There's a time and a place. It's like, are you fucking autistic?
No, but you gotta. Okay, it's like a strategy though. Okay, if a party is too turnt, dude, you know what I mean?
How? Yeah. Okay, if people are having too much fun, what does that mean? What does that mean?
You're having too much fun.
How is that a bad thing at all? Why would you bring that down?
Okay, if you're having too much fun, right? That means you'll never experience fun ever again.
Is this really?
Yeah, you'll never experience fun ever.
Is this really how you think?
No. But like, okay, if you think about it, if you experience too much fun, right? Yeah. You're gonna think about that one, and it's gonna overwrite every single piece of fun you have.
What's the problem?
Like, is this really the moment that I want to have the funnest? And so now you start talking about people's deaths and shit, and then boom. There you go. It comes back to everyone's like regular fun.
That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard in my life. Like, okay, if you're having too much fun, just oh my god, dude.
Hey, you know what?
Dude,
I want to
yeah,
congratulate
yeah,
myself.
Dude, sorry to cut you off, but my cat apparently just took a shit upstairs, and I gotta clean that shit up. So I'll see you later. Okay, I'll be back soon. So give me a second. Yo. Do you guys have those images when you're a kid, right? You're reading the books you have in school, right? You're reading elementary books and shit, right? Then you flick into the page, look at the pictures and shit, right? 100%. This is very okay. Ever had an elementary book and there's a picture in it, and you still remember it's like burnt into your head, right? You know what I'm talking about?
Okay.
And like the image you see in the picture book is burnt into your head. I have a picture. I got a PTSD flashback to this. I think about it all the time for some. I think about this picture like once a month randomly for some reason. There's a picture of a bunch of it's like a big boat, and all the slaves from the triangle slave trade were in that boat and cramped together, and they didn't have any like move to space or move to arm rest or whatever, and no arms to move or shit. I keep thinking about the photo. It's like one of those things, right? Because like whenever you say boat, I think about the slave trade.
Man, we're never gonna get sponsored, dude.
There's nothing racist about it. It's a horrible event. It's a horrible thing. It's a tragedy. It's like Titanic. It's horrible. It's horrible. It's awful, right?
I was like, okay, that's what I was saying, dude. Every time I think about the word Jews and just their big noses, I just imagine them getting gassed and fucking getting torn apart and being walked on a huge trail with no fucking shoes on the cold and being left alive and having their families just being torn and their children dying first and the babies just being ripped from their fucking mothers and their moms dying first because of the men only work strong. But it's kind of a horrible event. If now I remember, it's kind of a really bad event. That doesn't correct anything. You just described everything.
I'm just saying I disagree with the things that happen, but for some reason I associate boats with the slave trade. That's it. I disagree with it. I just think that with boats, slave trade. That's just something. That's just
Thank you. I really appreciate.
You know the word game where you say a word and you think about the first thing that pops into your head.
So if I say boat, you're gonna say black people?
Yeah, exactly. So like people have horrible things. Like okay,
let's play the word game right now.
Kevin, gas.
Okay. Coop.
No, get out of here. You were thinking about Jews, dude.
No, I didn't. Okay, I was thinking about soup, but it came out as coop. Because I was thinking about matzo ball soup. Okay, let's play again. Okay, right. I start off. Jews.
Dead.
Money.
What? Hello? Okay, it was Michael and then Dopie. Okay, Jews. You said dead. Okay, hello?
I said
dead.
money.
Coop.
You can't just autopilot to poop, bro. Okay. Okay.
I said coop.
Coop?
Okay.
Black.
No. What? Racist.
Dopey?
What?
Black.
I thought Kevin was
We're
saying
playing the word game. Okay,
Oh,
here
black?
it goes. Here's how it goes. The word game. Me, Michael, Dopey, me, Michael.
You just
Dopey.
confused everyone, dude.
Okay.
This is too hard.
Okay. Black.
Jews.
People.
We're done.
Great game.
What?
Great
Dopey, are you bad at this? What
You
the
said
fuck?
black. I said people.
No, it was me.
Kevin,
Wait,
shut the
that's
dude.
it. No, me, Michael, Dopey, me, Michael,
I just get
Dopey.
it. I was just like, I didn't know this. The event doesn't matter. We're done with the game. The game is done. It's horrible. I'm just saying. Boat, slave trade. That's it. And that's my point. And now you kind of get it. Because whenever I say
Boat.
It's reasonable.
boat.
It's a reasonable connection to make in your head.
When people
'cause it was
say
a pretty important
boat.
part of it.
yes.
I'm agreeing with you.
That's why I said yes. Kevin.
You guys are racist.
Kevin. Me and
That's
you.
not racist.
Kevin. Me and you.
I understand.
It's racist. Kevin, me
I
and
understand
you.
why he
It's
makes that
racist.
connection in his head.
Kevin. Me and you.
Okay,
Kevin.
if you automatically assume black, what the fuck? That's racist.
Okay, but do you not have a single word like that? Let's say that I say.
Okay.
No.
Well, obviously, if you said the N word,
shut the
right?
fuck up. Kevin.
I'll be like, well, that's a
I
black
have one.
person. What?
RGM.
Okay.
First word. One word.
Autist.
I know it. I knew it. Right. This is my point. For some things, even though they're harmless, you associate it to a bad thing. I'm not saying autism is
No,
bad.
but
I'm saying
that's
it's
so
horrible.
dumb. That's so dumb. Okay, think about this. Stephen Hawking.
Crippled.
Wheelchair?
Exactly. You fucking idiot. It's like a major trait of a human being. Okay, Kim Jong-un.
Asian?
Huh?
Squid.
Kim Jong. Exactly. You fucking racist. See what I mean? That's so dumb. But you take it such an abstract piece of word, right? Like fucking cream pie, chicken wing,
But
and then
maybe
soup.
something shows us it happened.
Man,
Maybe something shows us it happened. Maybe
black niggers. You're like, what the fuck? How does that? Okay, if I said soup, you say black people. What? That doesn't have. It's so abstract. If I said butt, I'd say duck.
I'm just saying, some people have these words that are like some people have. Kevin.
Sometimes these words.
Sometimes.
Dude, Mike, what's another one that you have? What's another word like that?
It's the only one I can think of.
Other than boat and black people.
It's the only one I can think of. I'm just saying, some people have personalized associations to words because of what happened to their life. I was 12, 13, and I was looking at the elementary school book, and I was looking at this picture for...
How's this segueing?
I was
into
looking
a
at this picture
fucking
for like an hour, and I was
flashback?
thinking like, damn, these black people had it pretty bad. And I was thinking about that, and I was looking at the image, and for some reason, I think big boat said shit. That's it, and that's the only one. I'm not saying it's. I'm saying it's a bad thing to happen. Obviously, I don't think it's a good thing, but it's just my association. That's it. There's no point. It doesn't make it. Like let's say, let's say Kevin, you had one, and I go, Kevin, what do you think about? What do you think about a restaurant? What do you think of? You go, well, I think about the one time there was a shooting in a restaurant, and that's a personalized thing for you.
No.
Yeah, I mean, okay, dude, you're actually like your brain doesn't work.
Okay. Walmart.
Shooting, because one time you mentioned you were taking poop while shooting.
That's what I was literally thinking of shitting.
Well, we had similar.
I thought about poo too
Okay,
because you told
let's
me that
find a
story about the
word
poo on the
for
floor.
Michael. Okay, ready? Okay, Dopey, you come up with one. I come up with one. Let's
Okay,
see
ready?
what
Ready?
let's
I
see
got one, I
what
got one, I
what's
got
his trigger word.
What is this, a
Okay,
racist
ready?
test?
Train.
Okay, I'm sorry. Many people probably had this random gut feeling. I thought about
Oh my god.
a girl that lived in my area who jumped in front of a train at some point in time in her life to kill herself. And she died.
How, dude? How, man? Even I don't do that.
Why do you automatically go to the worst thing?
Why do you go to the worst situation?
You wanna know? You wanna know
ever?
why? Because this is the mood.
Black people train. Girl will kill herself.
Not because of no. Listen, I'm gonna explain this. It sounds horrible. It sounds awful. It sounds horrible, right? I'm just saying the reason is because of the conversation. The conversation is dark. It's about these horrible things that happen in associations. And the horrible thing, first thing, was suicide. Because many people kill themselves in
Michael.
the trains.
I just realized something. You're that person who described him saying something dark in a conversation.
Wait, what?
You're that person who says something dark randomly.
Okay, but I'm just this is a segue onto the segue from the segue. It happens. But okay, I was just saying, Kevin, we're both.
Okay, Dobie, what's your word?
Shut up. This is over, dude.
Okay, fine. Okay,
Stop,
what do you
stop. Let
explain
Michael
yourself,
talk,
you
let Michael
stupid
talk.
black-
Kevin,
Yeah.
we're both watching Demon Slayer.
Yes.
Very good show, very good time, very good job. I want to see if you remember this episode. I hate this.
What the fuck are you talking about? What the fuck are you talking about? I thought you were gonna explain yourself. Now, some anime, you fucking weeb.
I was shifting the conversation.
What are you talking about? Okay, what? What about some fucking anime? What is it?
You might remember this episode because you recently watched it.
What the fuck?
Thank you, dude. Dobie, what's your word, man?
Dude, ready? Okay, Michael. Road.
Kill. It's
Like the
that's
road.
Roadkill.
Roadkill? Okay. Reasonable.
That's pretty tame. That's pretty tame.
Think about it. I'm gonna say something, and you guys. Okay, Kevin. Do you remember the side character reveals of Demon Slayer? No spoiler. Do you remember the reveal of the side characters when they were in the house?
In our house.
The crybaby and the crybaby lightning boy crying, right? This is the newest episode I saw. Crying
Yeah,
light baby boy
sure,
and the boar man, right? You know what I'm talking about?
Oh yeah.
That episode. I just wanted to mention this here. Did you like that episode?
Yeah. What?
The entire episode, all I heard was, I don't know how you did it.
That's spoilers.
Okay, spoiler alert. Just cover your ears for 30 seconds. I won't take more. But dude, the entire time, what was I gonna say, dude? The whole episode is screaming, right? And like, I was just gonna make a point. This is not even interesting. But when you have too many fucking like characters that are specifically made for comedic relief, right? It just becomes too much of like a scream fest. The whole episode was screaming after screaming, and the main character was just tired of everything. And I was so frustrated because like whenever there was finally peace, right? There was finally quiet. And then the crow comes in and starts screaming. It's like It's like for some reason they love this obnoxious humor. We're just screaming into the microphone. I just don't understand it. I was just very frustrated at the time. I was just gonna ask you your opinion of that episode, whatever. But he said it was fun, so whatever. Next topic. You have one, Dopie?
What the fuck? What the fuck? I was supposed to be a part of that conversation, and I wasn't.
That was like a one-way conversation.
I realized the stupidity of it.
I was invited and immediately kicked out of a party. What just happened?
Because you said you liked it. And then it doesn't matter anymore.
What did that have to do with anything?
I don't know what just
I'm
happened.
so
I just
We were
wanted to
talking
get
about
I
roadkill
just
and
wanted to get
black-
off of suicide and the depression.
You ever think about the concept of time?
Yeah, Al Gore was right, dude. There's so many books and plans. But yeah, what about it?
Dude, I remember some fucking guy, right? And like I was in a conversation and we're just like sitting on a call, and this guy is just like, you ever had someone who's like really fucking not like, I wouldn't say dumb, but like not deep, right?
Yeah.
Like
Of
someone
course.
who's not deep just try to be deep randomly.
Yeah.
It's like, you ever think about the concept of time and about how we're all moving in the same place and we're not really all traveling, we're just all in one time? You ever had a person like that?
Yeah, 100%.
I hate that fucking person. I hate that shit. I hate that shit where it's like they make something so simple, right?
Yeah.
It's just like, finally, like, I want to make it complicated. You ever think about how we wake up every single morning, we drink the same cup of coffee, and we do all this, and we somehow manage to break the cycle?
What, did he read a fucking book
You're
that
not
day?
fucking smart. What are you
yeah,
fucking
did
dumb?
you
When
watch
you
a
read a
Vsauce
fucking
video today, dude?
read some
What are you
sort of
fucking
stars?
stupid?
You read stars, dude? You fucking dumbass.
I hate it when it's like,
God,
it's
I
so
fucking hate girls.
non-personalized. Where we're like, it's nothing
Yeah.
about it is personal whatsoever. It's just like, ever thought about this general concept of this random fucking thing, dude? And it's like, it's like, all you want to say is like, you're stupid. You're dumb. This is not a conversation to be had.
Yeah.
And it's just stupid that you mentioned it. You go kill yourself. Like, the better thing to do is talk about anything that you actually give a shit about. No one fucking cares about the concept of time moving forward. Obviously, some people do, but I'm
I feel like that falls it falls a lot into like, you know, teenagers, like 14-year-olds.
yeah, it's like random deep
Or, like,
thoughts.
You know, the whole joke is like 14-year-old girls be like, but I feel like that's a lot of dudes too.
yeah.
I feel like a lot of dudes. Be like
I think
that,
it's
you know?
Asperger. I generally
fucking
think it's
gay.
Asperger's, but like they don't know how to be deep and they don't know how to open up to this. So
Asperger's. Asperger's. You're just calling him retarded?
yeah,
Like Asperger's means you're retarded.
it means you're a little
When you have
retarded.
Asperger's, dude, fucking time.
Imagine RGM trying to be deep. What is he gonna talk about?
Okay.
He's not gonna talk about his family and stuff.
Yeah,
He's
some
not gonna
people
talk about
can't.
his school.
That's fucked
He's gonna
up.
talk about random bullshit he saw in a Vsauce video.
Why
That's
are you
it.
roasting him?
I'm sorry, dude. I like him even. I don't know why. I'm just saying.
I fucking just roasted.
I'm not saying he's a bad person at all. I'm just describing it. Okay, I'm so interested in autism. I think it's really interesting how people think. I've asked them a lot of questions frequently. When I go,
Michael, I feel like Michael can blend in so well with the autist, right?
Because he is.
Like,
bro.
At some, no. At some points, he proves himself where he's not autistic, right? But and to the points where he can turn it up a notch too. Kind of like, okay, if there's a pack of retards, right? Or
Yeah.
a pack of autists just coming like,
I would lead them.
I believe in Jesus. I believe in Jesus.
I would
Right?
lead
A
those
pack of 'em,
people.
just a pack of them.
Like, I would be right
A pack
in
of 'em.
there.
Michael would just like stand there, kind of adapt, look at him, just look left and right. He's like, oh. He's retarded. He's acting like, oh, do. This guy's over here acting like a da 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 da. And he's like, if I mix them together, I can go in the middle. Do da da da, right?
Yeah.
And that's Michael right there.
I don't-
He could
I
go
mean-
in between.
I mean this in the kindest way possible. I mean this in the nicest way possible. I just think autism is interesting because their thought process is just kind of fucked with, right? They're like born and they're missing a decicentimeter from their brain. It's gone. Where they can't read body language, and I go, wait, you don't understand sarcasm. So when I say, I'm gonna kill all the Jews tomorrow at 4 p.m., he says, yeah, I believe that you mean to say that. And it's like, wow, you can't understand sarcasm. That's interesting. And I just think, if like, I love, just like, not fuck with them, but test them. To test the autism, to just see
Test
the
their
limits
autism?
of, yeah, to see how it works.
Yo, how autistic are you really?
How autistic
No, it's not-
are you?
it's not about that.
Let's find out.
But it's about what is autism? What is your autism? What is your brain?
Man, shut the fuck up.
Shut up, man.
You just want to fuck with autistic people. Don't lie.
I mean, that's not the only thing.
He's just to justify it. But yeah, he's like, bro, I'm testing.
He's trying to
I'm
pull like a
testing them.
fucking.
No.
He's trying to pull a Dr. Phil. He's like, how far are my limits until it's really bullying?
When does it stop being bullying and just start being?
I know. I'm saying, okay, they're not likable, but they're people. And
Oh my god.
What?
we didn't finish. It sounds bad. I'm so sorry, RGM, dude. I'm so sorry. I don't mean this. I don't mean any of this in a bad way. Anything at all. Kevin, Kevin doesn't have a single autistic friend. Not a single one, because he hates them, just like me.
Hello?
Okay, that's what I'm saying.
Hello?
What are you talking about?
He's friends with you.
No, give me a second. I'm trying to explain it. I'm just saying. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying it's interesting. That's it. I just think it's interesting that people.
Dude, he's literally trying to twist his own fucking words.
I'm trying to just say.
He's trying to get himself out of the fucking hole he dug.
Dude,
Nice hole, dumbass. You want to shovel?
It's okay. You can bully the autistic
I
people.
swear
won't
to
judge
God.
you.
I
don't
swear to
care.
God. Okay.
It's okay to
this-
bully
if this
autistic
wasn't-
people. It's Michael, it's your own flavor. It's
If
your
this
own
wasn't
twist,
on,
it's your own
if
take.
none of us were recording right now, Kevin would be completely agreeing with me. He'd be like, "Yeah, I agree with you. It's fun to test."
What? You can't drag me down your
I'm just
fucking hole,
saying,
you
no,
queer. You can't do that.
100% You would. This is truth. You would 100%.
No. What are
Okay.
you talking about? I'm talking. You,
Yes or no?
okay. You
Kevin,
literally.
listen,
Out of
Kevin,
everyone.
listen to me,
No, no,
listen
no,
to
no,
me,
no, no,
listen to me,
no.
Kevin, listen to me,
No,
listen to me,
no, no,
Kevin,
no,
listen to
no,
me,
no.
Kevin,
Okay,
listen to me,
listen to me.
Kevin,
Dopey,
listen to me,
listen to me.
Kevin,
Voice the
Kevin,
reason,
listen
right?
to me.
Okay,
This
okay,
dude
I'm listening.
bullies autistic people all day.
Don't.
Bro, your chat is literally just you yelling at autistic people. Have you ever
yeah,
realized
literally, you're. I don't know why. Your chat is just a cesspool of retards that's
that?
waiting
You
to be
attract the
bullied by
autists.
you.
Maybe
bro.
that's
I mean, no
it.
offense, but you attract them.
Maybe that's it, dude. Maybe I'm an autism pact leader.
Wait, no. Back what I was saying before, Mike can blend so well because he can live and learn to adapt just like.
But I
them.
would hate
And once he
everything.
wants it to turn
I
off.
would hate it.
No, he wants to turn it off. He can like turn it off just like that, right? You can go back to being regular. He's like, hey guys, what's going on? Look at that guy. He's
Oh, like
retarded. Right? I feel like he can tell who's retarded so well because he's mixed so well with them. He's learned to adapt. The do da da da. The do da da da
He
da.
speaks
Right?
their language.
Like that. He speaks their language. He looks at him. He's like, that person looks a little off. Even though they look regular on the outside, the way they act, he's like, that's autistic.
You know how I spot autistic people? You know, the main giveaway is if they constantly
All right, this is
revolve the conversation
lesson.
about themselves. Not in a narcissistic way, but if they have no care in the world for your, like they never elaborate on your opinion. You know what I mean? Let's say you say something. Let's say Kevin says something like, yeah, I don't like the Jews. And it's like they never elaborate on, it's like, where is this coming from? You know, it's never like that. They never elaborate on anything you say. They stay within their circle and they just spit anything that's on their mind, right? And I think that's one of the formulas or one of the symptoms for autism.
Is that how autism works?
No, autism is just lack of social cues. And when you can't read that someone's trying to express something.
Is that really what it is? I really don't know.
And
Yeah, it's like poor social skills.
yeah, it's like fuck. Yeah, poor social skills or whatever. Yeah.
It's like
But I
someone's
just think it's
family, like
interesting.
someone's father's died is like, damn, my dad died.
Yeah, and it's like
Yeah.
different because autism people they vary, and I think it's really interesting, right? You should start to get it. I'm just saying where if people just literally can't fathom the concept of a sarcasm, I think it's really interesting because like how it's so obvious when I say that I want to kill the next black woman that I see. I'm joking. It's a sarcastic joke, and they just don't see it.
Oh my god.
Right? I think that's interesting, and I think it's a.
Oh, you think that's why there's like a lot of women, right?
What?
That's out there, like feminists, right? Like they're like, oh, dude, when you say something sarcastic, like, or like, you know, like that dumbass Anita Sarkeesian or the fuck, right?
Oh.
You know that dumb bitch? Yeah, she's
Humongous.
like, when some shit is like, oh, my name is like Hong or some shit.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And then it was like, oh, is that a sexual threat? You think it's because she's autistic?
No, it's because she's trying to bait people and she wants to
Yeah,
get a
I think
reaction out
that's
of people.
bait. I think that's
Oh,
She's
yeah.
just baiting. Yeah.
I just wanted a reason
She's
to call her
trying to get
autistic.
offended so she can like make a point and push her shit on you and everybody
But
else.
some people might be autistic in that way. It's a fair point to make because like
Maybe.
you just don't read the joke. You think it's serious. You know what I mean? Like you take
You ever,
something
like,
as a joke
you ever
seriously.
realize, like, you ever sit in a box for so long, just like surrounded by like logical sense for a little bit, right? And just kind of like step outside and just see how illogical it is, and just actually hear what it's like. It's like, what? You know, it's fucking dumb, and that's not doing. Right? You're like, what is? Well, hold on, I thought this was made up. You know what I mean? Once you actually step outside, it's like, this isn't made up. Holy shit, this is real.
Yeah, yeah, that's interesting.
The real word
Ah.
is
I fucking
crazy.
hate it. It's like watching someone's death. It's like a wake up call.
What? How is that related? Yeah, sure.
Okay,
Man. Yeah, I get
okay.
that too.
You ever desensitize yourself, right? It's almost like watching people die. It's almost like, oh shit, I'm not immune.
Oh,
You're talking about like if you see someone die
Yeah.
in real life, you're like, oh.
Yeah. Oh, it's
you
like,
get
oh,
affected
shit.
by it. Yeah, there was a
Yeah,
point in
you're like,
time.
oh shit.
There was a point in time right when Shane Dawson hit his Jake Paul sociopath thing. Did you guys see that one?
No.
Okay, for some reason it was the whole thing was like
You watched it?
You
I
watched-
watched it, yeah. Dude, it was interesting.
Okay,
It was an
go on.
internet event. It's one of those
Okay,
things.
go on.
But basically, he talked a lot about
Yes.
sociopathy, right? And I was at a time where I was like, maybe I'm sociopathic. I don't feel, I don't really feel empathetic towards a lot of things that happened recently. Some guy got sick. I don't really give a shit. Something happens online, like, Stephen Hawking died. I'm like, You know what I mean? Like, I get that vibe. Kind of desensitized a little bit. But like, suddenly, something happened. Like, a couple weeks after I had this thought, where I was like, maybe I'm a sociopath. Yeah, I'm okay with that. And suddenly something negative happened, and I was like, oh shit, that hit me, dude. And I go, oh, maybe I'm not a sociopath. That's interesting. And I had like a self-evaluation thing. Ever had that?
Yeah.
Yep.
Kind of. It was really weird how you worded it, but I kind of agree.
But you get it,
That was
though.
really weird. I don't know how,
You
but
could've-
you got me to agree when I barely understood.
The point came across.
That was probably the weirdest thing that just happened. It was like, yes.
It didn't really make any sense, but then it just you
I
convinced
kind of
me,
agreed
bro.
to it. Somehow it made it like you're just throwing a bunch of shit together and then somehow formed something.
It's art. It's a structure. People will talk like this in the future. 100%. I'm calling it.
You just fucking throw a bunch of shit together.
But what was
And
your
it's
case
just
of
like,
this, Kevin?
oh.
What was your case?
Okay, so like you never heard like I listened to a bunch of music artists, right?
Yeah.
Whenever someone dies, like the recent event, everyone's like X dude or some shit.
Yeah,
right?
he's that.
Or Mac Miller or some shit, right? What the
I don't
fuck
know who that
was
is.
his name, right?
Wait, that was that YouTuber.
someone like that.
Did he die?
Yeah,
Not a YouTuber.
no, YouTuber.
Go on.
Just a rapper. Go. No.
Okay, you ever listen to like someone so long and something is like, wow, I really feel what they're like saying. And it's like when, like you were saying before, when Stephen Hawking died, I was like, damn,
Yeah.
that sucks, but I didn't feel anything, right?
Yeah.
Just because of like I didn't follow him, I didn't go through his footsteps.
Yeah.
or
I didn't
fuck
watch his
forever.
documentary.
But
What are you
when
fucking
someone
being a
I
nerd?
followed for so long
Yeah.
and just like died, right? Like imagine this, Anthony from Smosh died. You'd be like, oh fuck.
Anthony from Smosh.
Wait, how did you go to that? How did that happen? How? How Anthony? I was expecting like maybe like PewDiePie or so. You go Anthony from Smosh.
He's the most irrelevant person.
I was thinking like, yeah, maybe like Soda Pop, but some you follow. Anthony from Smosh. I haven't watched him in years. He quit.
Anthony from Smosh.
I haven't watched
He
Smosh in
died.
6-7 years. How?
He died in a food battle, bro.
So like he died.
Died in food bag.
Dude, you'd be like, oh, dude, I felt.
Dude, it's like the Paul Walker. He died during riding a car inside of the film. Anthony died on set during food battle. It's so the fuck.
Anthony Smosh
He was throwing pickle. Okay, but yeah, and then you get affected by it. Then you get affected by his death. You know what I mean? Because he followed
Yeah,
it.
exactly.
Horrible example, but then again, I got your point. There you
No,
go.
it works. It works. It works.
It works. I agree
It's
with
the
that. It
neighborly
works.
castaway. You make a horrible example, and then somehow someone understands what you're saying.
So someone's gonna be like, I felt that. Someone out there is gonna be like, I watched Anthony
You know what?
from Smosh.
I get it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
thank you.
Oh my god, dude.
All right, let's play a random game right now. What's a good word game? What's a random
We can
word
make a
game?
story. We can make a story.
I fucking
word
hate that
each.
game. I hate that shit, bro.
Wait, what do you mean? What's a story thing?
I hate
I
that
go,
shit so much, dog.
one,
No,
you go,
I
man.
refuse.
What is it?
I
Okay,
actually refuse.
What
okay,
is
okay,
this
let's
shit?
do
What do
that.
you do?
It's like,
No,
okay.
play it. No, I wanna play it. What is it?
Oh
Okay,
my
let's-
god.
Let's play it. Come on, you queer.
Feels like PTSD. But like,
Come on, you homo.
I have
What
bad
is it?
PTSD
What is
from
it?
this.
I don't know what it is. How? Well, literally, what
Even
do you
though
do?
Dopey,
Nothing to go.
even though Dopey's dad touched him while he played the game with him, this is
Yeah,
different.
exactly.
Okay, this is the very nice thing. So this game is basically okay. Leave it. Okay, this game is we tell a story, one word each. I go my word first, but it's your word second. Dopey's word third, and we have different order of saying the
This
word.
is basically the word game.
Yes, it is. That is one of the games.
Dude, the last time I played this, I was at Freezy's house, and we were all very intoxicated. But every time it went on the circle, it would start with something like someone would say black, and then the next person would say people, and then every single time it would turn into black people have no rights. Every single time, like 15 times, it turned into.
Okay, it's not gonna turn out like this. It's not gonna turn out like black people have a riot.
Okay.
Black people
Okay,
have no
okay.
rights. For like
amazing.
15 times, man.
It's like a collaborative effort to make racism. It's beautiful.
It's collaborative racism.
Collaborative racism. That's the title for this episode. That's beautiful. Collaborative racism. That's beautiful. That's art.
You're fucking dumb. Okay, which order? Which order?
Collaborative racism. That's beautiful. It's
All right,
like
I'll
the
go
Ku Klux
first.
Klan.
I'll go first,
Okay.
and then Michael say his word, and then Kevin, you say your word. Okay.
Okay.
All right, ready? Black.
Who's next?
You.
Don't. Yeah,
Okay.
You.
People.
Bunny.
Wait, what? Did you say funny?
He's a
No, bunny.
Oh,
Bunny.
Bunny? Black people bunny?
Yeah.
What?
Go on, Dopey.
You can only say one word now.
Yeah, only one word. Only one word.
There's only one
No,
word
don't
that makes
interrupt
sense.
me. You're ruining the immersion. Dopey's turn. Let's only the words.
Hop?
Okay. Black people bunny hop. Poorly.
Okay. Poor. Very.
What? You suck at
Go
this.
on. Dopey the immersion, bro.
What are you talking about?
Nobody
One
sucks
word.
at
Okay,
this.
Black people, bunny hop, poorly, very.
Okay, Kevin, you do suck at this. What the fuck?
You do suck at this. Do you speak English?
Okay, fine. Let's start over. Okay.
Wait,
okay,
what
okay.
the fuck?
All right. Dopey, go.
Dopey first.
All right. Michael
Likes.
Boys,
Okay.
and
He.
rides,
there. Finish it.
Parents.
period.
There you go. There's your fucking
What was the story?
one-word story.
That's a
dude.
sentence.
What
That's one
was
sentence.
the
That's
story?
one
What was the
sentence.
story?
We need to make it. Okay, it needs to be a paragraph. We need to do it 5 times.
No,
to be a
this is
paragraph.
good. No, this is what did you
Okay.
get? Michael likes Boyds and he writes their parents.
Okay. What else?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Wait, is it me or no? Is it you? It's you, Dopey.
It's Michael starts next.
Oh, Michael.
Okay.
Michael. All right, you start off the new sentence.
One.
Time.
Kevin
No.
Oh no. Entered
His.
dad's
urethra.
You. You're. So.
he
Came.
Out. No, period. That was my turn. What are you talking about?
Period.
Game. Okay, fine. Period. Let's do that.
Wait, let's do it. What is it? What is it?
sense.
Okay, let's do the whole story. This is the whole story. This is the whole story. This is it. Michael likes boys, and he
Michael.
writes their parents. One time, Kevin entered his dad's urethra, so he came.
What?
It's a very related story. It's like one of those
relatable,
movies.
dude. It's so
It's like
relatable.
Family Guy. Family Guy has 2 different stories happening at once, and it goes back and forth between the stories. But it's very short. This one.
God. Oh my fucking God.
Kevin.
It's like Family Guy.
Kevin.
What?
What's your opinion
No.
on Your Favorite Martian by Ray William Johnson? I'm very curious.
What the
Dude.
fuck? Wait, who's that? What is that song? What is that song going?
No, that's the name
There's
of
a
the
lot.
band, dude.
There's a whole band.
Oh.
What was one of them?
Dude, honestly,
And
okay,
peanut
back then,
butter
it
and
was
jelly.
kind of a
No, it
banger.
wasn't.
I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, go on.
Was that peanut butter
No,
jelly
no,
song?
no, no,
No.
It was acids, tears, rolls and acid tears, acid tears.
And I remember big ol' Tiggle Bitty.
Remember doing your mom, bro?
Doing your mom, yeah.
I've been doing your mom for like 6 weeks straight. It's pretty good. But shut up.
Doing your mom.
That was a
doing your
banger.
mom.
The way they say it, I love that tone. Doing
Dude,
your mom.
I would fucking kill to have Ray William Johnson on our
Perform.
podcast.
If Ray William Johnson, if I was rich enough, I would make Ray William Johnson perform in my room that song to me. No vocals, no backup artists. Just sing that
I
song
would
to me.
pay to have Ray William Johnson just say the N word in the podcast.
I would genuinely do that too. If we could invite Ray William Johnson, only word he's allowed to say is the N word, and he said it whenever he feels like he's fed. I think that would be a beautiful 4th permanent host for the NeighborlyCast.
Okay, if you were to, legitimately, if you were to actually pay someone to say the N word, right? Any person, any celebrity or anything, pay them to say the
hard
N
R?
word to you and have it, hard R,
Okay.
in recording. Which celebrity or which person would you pick?
Bernie Sanders.
Barack Obama.
Well, he gets a pass.
He
though.
has
Still
a
be pretty
pass.
good though. I'd like to hear that.
It'd be pretty good.
Okay, I think I
Nigger.
like Demi Lovato.
Demi Lovato.
Yeah, Demi Lovato.
What happened to her? Didn't she like OD or something?
She like took meth and died.
Oh.
She died? What?
I don't think she died. did
No,
she?
no, not died, but I think like I don't know.
Oh, wasn't she a
Something
Vine
with her.
star? No, she got her start on
No,
Disney.
you jackass! She was in Camp Rock.
She's a Disney star.
I love that movie.
I love that movie.
I love that movie. Shut up, you homo! Dude, Disney was fucking. Dude, okay.
Disney
This
was
sounds
poggers,
really weird, but
dude. I was
would you
poggering the
fuck
whole
Disney?
time.
Stop.
Yeah, I would fuck Disney. Walter Disney is so big, dude. Dude. Disney makes so much money. They bought.
Okay, you never think
Spider-Man.
about like all the. You ever seen the movies where they're like, "This is how Eric Johnson or what was his name? Steve Jobs made Apple," and it was,
Eric
It
Andre.
was like it's pretty much like every single like Walt Disney, the guy who made McDonald's, the Steve Jobs guy or whatever, Bill Gates.
All these Kickstarter
They're all
people,
just
yeah.
assholes, right? They're like all just assholes. You ever seen the movies?
No.
Okay, so the guy who made McDonald's, right? You ever the big M, right?
Yeah.
Apparently, the guy who made McDonald's didn't even make McDonald's. He went to a fucking place called McDonald's. He's like, wow, look at that place. I would like to buy that company, right? There's a whole documentary movie. And then they're like, no, fuck you. So what he did, he made a new place called McDonald's right next to their place and made everything cheaper. So he bankrupt the actual original McDonald's. And they get kicked the fuck out. And he's like, I'm going to take all your money and your revenue. And he's just a huge cunt. And it tried to make him look good in the movie or something. It just made him into a big
Oh my god, it's
douche,
interesting.
actual
It's like
douchebag.
so it's like Snapchat. So some guy made Snapchat, and I think his roommates just stole the idea and made Snapchat and made a bunch of money from it.
Oh my god.
I think that was Snapchat. And something like Steve Jobs did that shit too, like similar thing. And then there was a whole KFC guy who owned slaves, which is pretty bad. It's relatively
That's-
bad.
Did he own? It looks like he owns slaves, right?
He's white. He
actually
has,
own
he has a
slaves?
white beard and stuff. He owns slaves, yeah, for sure.
He had a boat.
I don't think that's okay. If you have a white beard, I don't think. Actually, I don't even know.
It does, 100%, dude. If you're old, man.
Dude, if you live in America and you're white, you're basically a slave
Dude,
owner.
okay, if Michael, okay, imagine this. Okay, this is a story for Dopey. Imagine this. Michael came in, right?
Yeah.
Both of his fucking legs were broken. And he was just more racist than he was usual, right? And both of his legs are broken. I'm going to stress this out. And he was more racist towards black people than usual. What would you assume? Yeah, what would you have
Mike got
assumed?
jumped.
Oh yeah, by Africans. Yeah, that'd be,
But there's no black people in Norway, so it's an
Wait, no, I just said more racist, not towards the black people.
Oh, okay.
what do you?
I thought you said black people.
Okay, dude. Racism is automatically associated to black people.
Michael
I think
just
that's
doesn't
a
like
fair
black
thing to say.
people.
I
just
love them.
doesn't like
I
black
think
people.
they're funny. I think black people are funnier. They have a funny bone.
That's what a racist would say. I remember I had this one time, as a childhood white guy, right? This is literally what he said, dude, towards his sister, right? It was like, wait, okay, his sister was so fucking racist, right? He's like, wait, ew, why'd you invite these Asians here? And then this is what his response was. These Asian people are funny.
Nice.
That's what his response was.
I'm
That
not
made me
saying
angry.
it's like a dance monkey dance. I'd say they're cool people. I think they have a better outlook in life, and they think they're funny. I think they're cool.
I hate them all equally.
You know what I just reminded myself of? I
There's
reminded
like a
myself.
certain part of the race you just hate equally.
I reminded myself of the movie Get Out, where the white people wanted to buy the black people, and she goes, "I think you guys are so hip. I think the white people are so hip. They're cool. They're in the trend." And I for a moment I had a flashback of myself in their shoes, and I was agreeing with them. So maybe I am racist, but I just don't know about it.
I think you are racist,
You
and
just
you
say
do
you
know
agree
about
with
it.
the people from Get Out.
I wouldn't know about it because I think I've
Is
had.
this like an intervention? Is this just turned
Michael,
into an intervention?
why are you so
Michael?
racist?
If there's a psychology out there, I would love to get diagnosed with black hatred. I generally don't know if I dislike them or not. I think I like them. I think they're funny, but for some reason, I don't have any black friends anymore. I used to, but I distanced myself from them, and it felt like a natural progression where I naturally distanced myself from my black friends, and I don't really know why. So I would like for someone, if there's anyone out there, to diagnose me with racism towards black people.
Okay, dude.
So racist.
And that's
I gotta go
Neighborly
eat soon.
Cast
been an
episode
hour.
6.
All right.
Thank you for stopping
Is it
by.
episode
Oh,
six?
we have
Oh my
questions. We have
fucking
Patreon
God.
questions.
Oh,
Give me
yeah,
a
do the
second.
Patreon
Oh,
question.
shit. Is this real?
Okay, here's the question.
real?
This is from Sabi. Gave us $1 on Patreon. He says,
Thank you.
if you could kidnap a person you really hate and get away with it completely without anyone noticing a single thing, how would you torture the person? And how long
What
would you
the
keep
hell?
I know what I would do, dude.
And how long would you keep them alive?
I'd
Okay,
lock them in a
since
basement.
Dopey
bro.
was so eager to jump the gun,
I'd lock them in a basement, right? And I'd put a computer in front of them, and I'd open MikeRaDM's stream, and I'd make them watch his autism all day, every day.
Dude.
It's pretty good. It's
dude.
pretty good.
Oh,
I think
shit.
he'd go insane.
You know what I do? Okay, so you know what I do? Okay. First off, when I kidnap them, right? I drive them in a van. Very spookily, right? Leave them in the dark. They're like, oh, what's happening? Right? They're like, bump the road, like, right? And then, pull them down to my basement. And then I unmask them. And then in front of them is a monitor of Michael's stream. And I have to make them watch.
The plot twist. It's torture. It's brain poison. If you watch my stream, you'll eventually
No, I think
turn
I tickled
into
her
a
foot.
broken human being.
Just tickled
Look at
her foot.
disabled legs. There's a person I genuinely poisoned. I genuinely think I poisoned him
Okay.
with my stream. He was a normal human being. He came into Civilization 5 streams. He had a big brain at the time. He came in, and now, when I look at, he talked like a normal human being. He streamed at one point. I looked at his stream, and constantly he was saying, Borgar a la Marshal. He was doing this whole thing, and it was every like 10 seconds. And I was like, wow, I killed him.
You made someone significantly
You're fucking
stupider.
horrible, dude.
So
You
I
made
want
them-
to.
like imagine like okay, this, you hear this, right? You get contacted by parents, right? It's like, what have you done to my son? You're just like, what the fuck did I do? And he's like, here in the distance, right? You just hear that. He's like, do you hear that? You motherfucker! Do you hear that? You did this to my son. You did this. How would you feel getting that phone call from their parents?
I think I would honestly have a conversation with them about how I like to fuck with people that are retarded, and how I change them and alter them as human beings into specific creatures that amuse me. And I would open up to them, and I would
my god!
I would make them realize that their son is autistic, and they'd be like, "Oh, he wasn't diagnosed before. How did you find out?" And I go, "I've learned many things during my time." And one thing,
Guys, are you
Is there
listening?
more-
If
is
you're
there
watching
another
Michael's
question?
stream, You're
another
diagnosed with
question?
autism already. This is it. You have another question. You're diagnosed with autism, by the way. You, the viewer. I'm pretty sure one out of 5 you watch.
It's like,
Michael's
you like
stream.
this? You like listening to this?
This guy? He made you autistic.
Fucking
I'm just
autism.
fucking.
Before?
I'm just fucking
Now?
with you.
Oh,
But
okay.
okay, the other question. I don't know if we did this in the last episode. I don't remember.
Wait,
But,
you didn't give your answer.
Yeah, what would you do?
oh, okay. I would find a random human being, an older human being, maybe 40 years old, a dad.
No, but there's like, okay.
I'm
whatever.
kidnapping the
Whatever,
dad.
whatever.
I put him in a van, strapped him to a chair. He goes, "Where are we going?" I go, "Listen to me real quick. I'm gonna change your life. I'm gonna make you a superstar." He goes, "Really?" I go, "Yeah." I bring him down. I take him down, and I bring him on my speedboat, and he goes, "Where are we going?" I go, "Listen up closely, son. We're going to the old times. We're going to the Western times. We're going to the old days, dude." And I bring him down to the ocean. And the human being that I kidnapped is a black human being, and I would drown him.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Why? Why do you? Okay. Why is it? Okay. Whatever. Guys, I'm like, you know, we have those quirks. Michael has his Radimers. Me, I have my Vegination. Dopey has his Lollers.
What about the Swan Army?
Why don't
The
we call
Swan
something?
Army.
Well,
The Swan Army, dude.
No, not the Swan Army. It's the Vegination, you homo. Okay. No, I need to stop saying that. No, I know. Don't. Fuck you. Faggot. Hold on. Shut up. Okay. Anyways, we should call you guys something. How about Howard
Sterners.
Dude, the neighbors, dude.
No. No, the neighbors? No, that's gay. That's so
No,
over.
that's
Kind of like the
good,
hard
though.
out, you know?
I feel like that's so predictable. Okay, if you have a name like PewDiePie, what up,
No,
Pewers? If
the
you have a
neighbors
Jake
is
Paul,
perfect.
I want
No,
a
the neighbors
Paulers.
is perfect because it's multi-layered. It's not only an
the
alteration
fuck
of the
up. No, I
M-word.
want this.
Okay, go on. Go.
All right, how about you guys be our door knockers? You door knockers.
Dude, what a knocker.
What a knocker. I
What a
like that.
knocker,
It was a
dude.
knockers.
Yeah, you guys are a bunch of
It
knockers.
sounds like close to the M-word. I'm cool with it.
All right, knockers. If you like this podcast, make sure you guys check the link.
No. No plugs. I learned this is a better way. Chat. Oh, no, fuck. Again. God damn it.
It's the knockers.
Knockers, if you enjoyed this episode, feel free to share it with anyone you also think would like this episode. To share the word, spread the word, spread the wings, spread your mom's vagina, and ensure
fucking
her. I'll see you guys
knockers.
later. Thank you for listening. Good night, everybody.